Hello, my friends. I would like to show you today a few stories from the Book of Jasher. The Book of Jasher is one of those beautiful apocrypha books from the heritage of Christianity. And this is simply the description of the lives of all the patriarchs. And I have my favorite stories over there. I would like you to develop the taste for the stories from our past. The taste from the stories like those in the Bible. So what really happened to Cain and Abel? This is the first story. Cain and Abel. They were brothers. Cain was the first son of Adam and Eve. Cain was the farmer. Abel was the shepherd. And when the time for the sacrifice came, the sacrifice for the Lord, Cain offered to God the inferior fruits of his grounds. That's how you read it in the book of Jasher, the inferior fruit of his grounds. Therefore, his sacrifice was of no value. It was like offering something that you easily dismiss, offering 5 minutes of your time to God, almost nothing. Abel offered to God the firstlings of his flocks, which means that Abel offered the best he had, the best of himself. Because of that, the sacrifice of Abel was acknowledged by God and accepted, while the sacrifice of Cain was rejected. I would like you to see the difference. If you offer to God all you have, all your day, your meals, your family, you ask for God's protection, you consecrate your entire life to God, like Abel, then you become a blessing to others, a blessing to the entire environment. And when your offering is that of Cain, I would say his style of offering, you offer a little bit, almost nothing, the inferior stuff. Oh, 1 minute for God, 1 minute of a prayer, or something, during the day, boom. You are not a blessing. Your sacrifice is not accepted. It must be given to God with your whole heart. And after that, of course, Cain killed Abel out of jealousy. I would like you to see that those people that you may very well know in your families, as your friends, those who are always a little bit nervous, a little bit, full of something like anger or fear or jealousy, or there is some kind of distressful message they send to humanity. There is even hate in them. Those people are not offering to God the best of themselves, like Abel. They are offering only a partial sacrifice, a little bit, something of no value. Therefore, they bring no change to environment, to their lives. They have no peace. So that's the difference, and that's the first story. The second one is that of Noah. Would you believe me if I told you that Noah was given by God 120 years to preach repentance and forgiveness before the flood came? So Noah was going around his place to all the nations, preaching repentance, forgiveness, encouraging them to be open for God's salvation, for God's presence in their lives. And during this 120 years, nobody listened to him. Everybody was corrupted. Only Noah was not corrupted, and his wife and his 3 sons. And after that, flood came. The last week before the floods, as we read in the book of Jasher, 700,000 people surrounded the ark, and they were attacking the ark. They were screaming out to Noah, "Let us in, let us in." Noah didn't lift up his finger. What happened was quite miraculous. As we read in the book of Jasher, all the animals that Noah gathered in the ark, they surrounded the ark, and they overpowered 700,000 people. They conquered those people. And then flood came, and only Noah, his 3 sons, 3 wives for his 3 sons, and Noah's wife, they were saved. That's all. I would like you to see in the story of Noah that I love, that when you are connected to God, when you are not corrupted by sinfulness, when you are pure like Noah, everything serves you. The entire environment around you will protect you. Animals will defend you. Plants and even your enemies will come to your rescue because you are connected to God like Noah. You are sinless. That's what happens. The entire universe is kind of bending towards you, trying to help you always. That's what happened with those animals around the ark that protected the entire ark. And the last thing, the story is connected to Abraham and his life. I love Abraham. I consider him to be our real father in faith. When he was Abram, he was sent to his grandfather Noah and the son of Noah, Shem, to the mountain of Ararat for instructions in faith. His own father sent Abram to Noah and Shem. And Abram was sent for 39 years, almost 40 years of the initiation in faith. So Abram was observing Noah and Shem. Abram was observing and learning from them, how they interacted with God, how they prayed, how they, did the day-to-day stuff, how they were just really connected to God. Almost 40 years. Faith is not, like a case of 1 minute or a day or a year even. It grows in you throughout years. So remember, Abram was sent by his father to Noah and Shem for 39 years of instructions. Then as Abraham, he took his son Isaac to the mountain of sacrifice to offer his son as God commanded. But something else happened also on the way. As they were walking together to the place of sacrifice, Abraham told his son Isaac, "Isaac, my son, God had chosen you as a sacrificial offering." And Isaac answered his father, "Yes, Father, I am ready. Let's do it. My heart is open to be the sacrificial lamb for the Lord, for Yahweh. You see, during those 6 days of journey, 1 week towards the mountain of sacrifice, they both knew what was going to happen. Abraham and Isaac, they both knew. And Abraham was weeping, was crying all that week. And then, of course, God stopped this sacrifice and they found this ram in the bush. And, you know, as you read in the book of Jasher, this ram was created by God in the first week of creation. So this animal was waiting for them from the first day of creation, I would say from the first week of creation, to be a replacement for Isaac. Imagine that. When the wife of Abraham, the mother of Isaac, Sarah, heard about that fact that Isaac was spared, was not offered, she was so joyful that she died out of joy. She exploded on the inside. She died out of joy. I would like you to see how normal Abraham was. He told his son days before about what was going to happen. He was crying. They agreed together to do that in faith. Abraham was not a monster. He was a gentle man, open for God, loving man, loving his son, his wife. We also read in the book of Jasher that Abraham really surrounded his house with a vineyard. And he did it for one reason. He wanted everyone who was passing through his property to rest in the shade of his vines. You see, the whole property of Abraham was surrounded with vineyards, and everybody who was crossing it always received from Abraham something to drink, clothing, food, and those who were poor always received gold and silver. Believe or not, that's what was happening. And you read in the book of Jasher that it was the custom of Abraham for his entire life. Nobody who was a human being and who entered his property walked away empty-handed. All of those people always received food, drink, clothing, gold and silver. All of them. You see here the hospitality and gentleness and openness for people in Abraham and normality. I would like to tell you that real spirituality is normality. Real spirituality is not about being special or receiving special gifts, but about being normal, like Abraham, the most gentle person on earth. I guess I am showing you those stories, guys, because I want you to explore something, all those things yourselves. Go there, enjoy them. These are real people and very gentle, very humble people. And may you have fun, but also may you have wisdom to learn from what our patriarchs, our forefathers experienced. Thank you very much for today. May God bless you. See you next time. Bye.